We'll see what Chamari has to bring.
Yeah, Tompkins and McGee, great trunks for Chamari Tompkins, Brandon McGee in the blue, and we are underway in this heavyweight fight.
Head kick first, starting from Chamari. Chamari looks a little faster, but Brandon has a lot of power, and he's very quick in certain situations, and he's very good defensively as well. But Chamari is coming out with the pace right now.
Yeah, I like Tompkins' bounce, throwing that jab.
Jab, lead hook. He looks pretty refined in his striking, Chamari does. He looks pretty clean right now. Brandon is putting the pace on him a little bit, or trying to put the pressure, but B likes to counter. Brandon likes to counter, and he also likes to he likes to throw some flashy things once in a while, so we'll see.
Yeah, Tompkins in on a leg here now.
On a single leg, we've worked a lot on this. Brandon he's gotten his hips a lot better. He needs to spread his legs here. He needs to separate his legs as much as he can. He throws a knee. Now those knees can get you taken down once in a while. Now he's shelling up and he's throwing back, but Chamari is keeping the pressure on him, and he's actually really close in the pocket too. He's staying close in the pocket and throwing, which I think that's messing with B a little bit with his timing. He's throwing a lot of teep kicks, and he's very good with popping, stepping out, and then popping again. Brandon struggles sometimes with people that are faster than him, but he finds a way to counter and pull a slick combination out.
There's a nice uppercut by McGee.
He's using that Philly shell pretty well right now, which is surprising. I haven't actually seen him use it that too much. That was a good low kick there.
But like you said, though, with Tompkins so close in the pocket and that left arm down, does that worry you at all? Yeah,
he can't really throw body shots there. He's blocking the jab as well with his lead hand, but Chamari's able to get more shots off because he's so close, and Brandon can't see everything that's coming at him because Chamari definitely has the speed advantage right now.
And it looking like Tompkins is finding the end of his range here with that jab.
Yeah, he's very fluid with his upper body work and his footwork. His footwork's pretty good as well. And B likes to stay a little more stationary.
These are some heavy shots now from
big.
Tompkins.
Big
McGee ate them all. What a beard.
And he fires back.
Yeah.
Brandon is no stranger to being the nail. He's the nail until he becomes the hammer. And so one of these times he's going to end up firing back really hard. But Chamari right now, he's controlling the pressure. B is on the front foot, but Chamari's having more success. Nice. Very good level change from Chamari. He's got very high fight IQ, it seems like. For a heavyweight, he's moving very well.
He moves purposefully. I feel like pretty much everything he does is purposeful in there.
Yeah, the way that he's bobbing his shoulders he's able to slip those punches from B without much energy, without much effort. And so that when he does that, he's able to fire right back right away. And I think that speed is messing with B a little bit. So I think B needs to bite down and try to counter a little bit harder this time. And Chamari, honestly, keep doing what he's doing. He's doing really well in this first round.
Gus talking to Brandon now, trying to pump him up for round two.
Brandon is very stoic. He's very straight-faced. He doesn't show a lot of motion, honestly, ever, even when he's excited. But but that just shows. It goes to say, like, he bites down, he works hard, and he's willing to be the nail until he's the hammer.
Round two now between Tompkins and McGee.
Coming out with a Superman punch from Tompkins.
Ooh, big right hand from Tompkins there.
Right hand from Tompkins.
He's getting a little more comfortable.
Brandon's corner is telling him to tear that lead leg up. He's getting some shots off, but he's eating some at the same time, though. Chamari is very fast. Very good right hook from B. Good body shot. He
Both
tried
of
to
them
throw
getting after it a little bit more now.
Tried to throw an elbow there. Brandon's staying pretty sound defensively, but I think he's still kind of losing these exchanges. He needs to get a little bit more volume. He needs to be first. Brandon needs to be first. Because Shamari is first every time here, and he's winning every exchange. He's first and last on almost all of them. B is pressuring in for maybe the single leg or just pushing him. I like this from B. I like this. He can use his weight to try to push him
Tompkins down.
Yes, and control him. He's controlling the fight now. Before, he couldn't control it.
McGee now landing several shots. That was a nice knee up the middle.
He needs to throw an elbow over top right now, especially because he has control of that left hand. He should be throwing an elbow over top.
Tompkins was looking like he was trying to find a place for that right hand, but didn't throw it.
Tompkins is looking kind of tired here, but he's still throwing. He's throwing big combinations, but he ends up back against the cage. Oh, big knee from Brandon McGee.
Wow.
Brandon is not, he's no stranger to being tired, man. This is where he lives. He goes against the cardio machines at our gym and still.
Too low on that single, wasn't able to complete the takedown.
Brandon needs to get his forearm underneath the face, and that took a lot of energy. He's got a Muay Thai plum now from McGee. He's got a Muay Thai plum.
That's why Tompkins is trying to push on that leg, make sure that knee doesn't come up.
B looks like he's looking for an anaconda or a Darce choke here, but he's running out of time, so I don't think he'll have it. But yes, if he's got the underhook. Nice! Oh my God!
By Brandon coming off the cage.
I'm not gonna lie, B is really good off the break.
Big straight rights by McGee. They're trading. I think Tompkins is hurt.
These guys' sweat
McGee
is flying everywhere. These guys are throwing.
10 seconds left. Time is short.
Yeah.
Can McGee finish?
Brandon looks intent on finishing this now. He is going for it.
Well, someone was just telling me that he's happy to be the nail until he's the hammer. I guess it's hammer time.
It was definitely hammer time there at the end of the round.
Tompkins is still, I think, reeling. He had to get on his stool right away. Tompkins was definitely hurt, and McGee saw it and pounced.
Yes, and you can see the look in McGee's eyes. He's actually
different,
looking
right?
for it.
Than round one, he looked completely, like just his eyes alone.
And not just that, his eyes were different from his opponents.
Yes.
His opponents look like they do right now, if you can see on the broadcast. He's looking like he might be in trouble. But Brandon.
Wow, that was a big right hand, square in the jaw, and then followed it up with another one.
Very calculated from Brandon.
Wow,
look at that.
Those are big strikes that are landing clean.
And if you can see, he's cocking them back, loading them, and then finding the shot instead of just throwing wildly. And that's the experience of Brandon McGee, but also Tompkins is very experienced as well. You can tell that. He's doing very well in this fight as well.
All right, well, this is round 3, and you'd have to think it's 1-1 right now.
I think it's 1-1 as well. Tompkins did very, very well with the pressure in first round.
Slowed his pace in the second, and Brandon took over.
Yes, and I think this is where Brandon is going to shine. Oh, but he's eating big right hands. He's eaten a couple of those.
But he keeps coming back after all those.
He hasn't stepped back stepped back after one of them. Not a single one.
And he's got Tompkins up against the cage again. A little bit of dirty boxing now from McGee.
This is very good for McGee. I think this is where he wants to be right now.
Absolutely.
And honestly, he's strong in this position. I felt him here. He's not easy to get a single leg. He's not easy to reverse. This is where he wants to be.
Well, I think Tompkins is a
little
bit fatigued, and McGee felt his hands.
That was a beautiful, shrug off head kick, and that's what his coach was calling for. Tom Holder was calling for that break. But Shamari is very fast in these boxing combinations, and he's definitely catching Brandon.
Nice sequence there for Tompkins.
Dump!
No coaching from the commentator, please.
I'm sorry. It's so hard when this is somebody that you train with multiple times a week, and you see them wanting to do something and that they could capitalize on, but He's definitely, it seems like Shamari is in trouble. It seems like
he was
tired.
grabbing the cage, which is probably a fair indicator of fatigue. And
his face.
He's eating it from Brandon here. This is bad news for him. He's got to get off that cage if he wants to win the round.
Yeah. At this rate, Brandon is going to win this second round as well. The look on Shamari's face is not one that's very optimistic, and especially with that huge knee Brandon just landed. Shamari
this fight
is
just completely changed in the second round.
Definitely.
There's some really heavy strikes and some great work up against the cage by McGee, and he's carried it over here to round 3. Tompkins just looking a bit lost right now.
Brandon had control of that hip, and so that Shamari couldn't really do anything. And now, big. Those hurt, man. I don't care what anybody says. Those gotta hurt.
Knees to the back of the calf, and he really put something into that one.
This is perfect positioning
the cage
for Brandon.
Yeah, Danny Aguirre's given him 2 warnings now.
He could trip him here. Brandon could trip him here if he really wanted to, but I think this is a good spot for him.
Yeah, I don't know why you risk going to the ground here. I think he's in control.
It's just a very easy trip that he could get and end up top, but he doesn't need to right now. Now he's hitting Brandon in the back of the head a little bit, but he's trying to get around the head. Shamari is, he just had nothing left for that. He doesn't even want to shake the hand. He's so tired.
Yeah. Wow.
Brandon McGee.
Between Tompkins and McGee here at State Line Rumble 4.
I mean, that was a fast-paced heavyweight fight.
Absolutely.
You don't see heavyweight fights that go that fast.
Judge's decision coming up momentarily. Tonight's fight card courtesy of our friends at Juno Construction.
Tom Holder over here, he's sweating up a storm just
Everybody's
thinking about.
up a storm in here.
That was intense, man. Tom's put a lot of effort into Brandon, and Brandon's put even more effort into himself, into learning the grappling, and it really showed tonight. He got shot on, didn't get taken down. He also put him up against the cage and controlled the freaking fight from the beginning. Well, from the beginning of the second round.
Yeah.
The first round, Shamari Thompson, I think he definitely won that one. He had a couple of moments in the second round, but
B took over towards the middle of the round, and it was all him from then on.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to take this one via decision. Let's go up to the cage. Danny Aguirre, our referee. Man, what a fighter he was.
Big boys, let's give him a big round of applause. Come on. All 3 judges scoring this fight the same, 29-28. For your winner, fighting out of the red corner, Brandon.
yes.
That is a huge win for Brandon McGee.
It really is.
Yeah, it's a bigger, probably faster opponent. He came back from adversity in round 1.
MMA debut
Yes,
as well.
he is.
He's fought many times, but not in MMA. There's a whole new world. And you know what? We've got the best coaches behind him. He couldn't ask for anybody better to be as supportive and as, you know, just willing to put the effort into him, you know, and he is the type of person that does nothing but accept it. He puts his head down, he works hard.